Well, on this Memorial Day, we remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice. But for many veterans who have honorably served our country, there are still sacrifices being made. One organization is using golf to help heal injured combat veterans, giving them free golf lessons and even fitting them for clubs and gear while also providing companionship. The program, Operation Game On, was funded by veteran Tony Perez.
I know what they've been through. I've been through that. And I know what they're going, and I know what they're going through now.
Operation Game On has helped more than 500 veterans dealing with combat-related injuries and PTSD since 2008. Well, many people ride for a special reason. More than 75 bikers came out Sunday for the 5th annual Memorial Day Motorcycle Ride for Life. Thacker Memorial teamed up with Hillbilly Christmas in July to raise money for the Shriners Children's Hospital in Lexington. Larry Thacker says this is a great way to give back to those who gave so much.
If we collect $10, all $10 of it is going to make it all the way to Lexington Crippled Children's Hospital. So where else can you make a donation and know all your money is going to be delivered to them?
The Poker Run motorcycle ride raised more than $5,000. Thacker Memorial will also host an annual flag dedication at 1 p.m. today. The wounds of war can cut deeply. In a nation where 20 veterans die by suicide every day, service dogs are on the front lines of the battle to keep America's heroes safe at home. Here's Don Daler.
With his gentle devotion to former President George H.W. Bush, the dog named Sully won a permanent place in our hearts. But Cliff Miller fell in love with the lab years earlier. At just 8 weeks old, the pup was chosen by Miller, his partner Patricia Summers, and their community service group, Friends of America's Vet Dogs. The Long Island-based charity that provides service dogs to veterans depends on donations from ordinary people.
I think a lot of people would be surprised that these dogs aren't supplied by a grateful nation to these vets.
The Vietnam vets that were returning from combat back then were not. It was actually a disgrace the way the vets were treated. And now is the opportunity that we as a group of just friends, that if they need a service dog to have a better life, we can actually do something to make that happen.
Men and women like Sharon Rainier. She was a nurse for 27 years and treated 9/11 victims. Soon after, she enlisted herself in the Army and was assigned to an emergency room in Baghdad.
What was that like?
We were having rockets and mortars lobbed in all the time.
Did you have an idea then how it was affecting you emotionally?
I think it hits you a little bit later. You just become almost robotic to what's going on.
After 10 years in the United States Army, Sharon decided it was time to hang up her uniform and try to return to civilian life. That was not as easy as it sounds.
I was put into the Warrior Transition Battalion in Bethesda. Because, you know, I had an attempt, and this way...
An attempt?
Yeah, I had
Suicide
had an attempt.
She was having trouble functioning. Going out in public made her anxious. Sleep eluded her. But a chance hospital encounter changed her life.
One of the Boston bombing victims, Mark Fucarelli, was at Walter Reed. He had a dog, Comrade, and he was just... kept coming to me. I just said, I think that's what I need.
Vet dogs cost upwards of $60,000 to raise, train, and care for. But Sharon was determined.
It was about 4 months after I actually retired out of the Army that I got the phone call, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm gonna get a dog.
That dog is Eddie, a bit of a goofball when he's not working.
Eddie Dorr.
But all business when he is.
Yes, Eddie, good job.
The 4-year-old Brindle Labrador never leaves her side.
I could not believe that this was possible, but I have night terrors, and Eddie interrupted my night terror the first night I had him, and I was like in tears the next day. If he did nothing else for me but that, life was going to be great.
Eddie has opened up the world to her again, getting Sharon out of the house and into social situations, something she never thought she'd be able to do. And as for that other lab, Sully is now part of a team of rehabilitation dogs at Walter Reed Medical Center in Bethesda, Maryland. It's not always medicine that heals.
Sully, salute. Yes, good boy.
Sometimes just having a friend can work miracles. Don Dahler, CBS News, New York.
Man, watching a dog story just brings a smile to your face, doesn't it? Well, Memorial Day weekend, it is the unofficial start of summer for many. For some of us here in the mountains, that means it's almost time to head out on the lake for boating season. WYMT's Lauren McCord talked with the park rangers at Buckhorn Lake about some safety tips for when you are out on the water.
Along with summer-like heat come summer activities.
Usually the Memorial Day holiday is the kickoff to the summer.
Usually we see the most boaters, definitely on holiday weekends.
And at Buckhorn Lake, people are gassing up their boats and starting their engines.
Boating season, that's usually when we start getting busy and everybody brings their pontoons over.
But along with boat season come safety hazards.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's also very dangerous.
Speeding on the lake sometimes can be an issue. Cliff diving is not allowed on the lake, so we have had some issues with that.
Buckhorn Park Rangers say people can still have fun while staying safe.
Always make sure that you have life jackets on board for every passenger.
Always stay inside the rails, you know, and sit down.
Even if you are a strong swimmer.
We never want anyone to be out without a life jacket.
And if you don't own or forget a life jacket, the Army Corps has you covered.
You can get a life jacket for free. You just sign it out, check it out at our office, the marina, the campgrounds.
Making sure everyone has what they need when hitting the water. In Perry County, Lauren McCourt, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, Southwood says that they are expecting a lot more people to come out and enjoy the lake this summer as it kicks into gear. Disney's live-action remake of Aladdin hit theaters over the weekend with some big box office numbers. We'll have more on that just ahead.
Outside of a few scattered showers and storms, the weather could be summed up in one word on this Memorial Day: humid. I'll have the latest forecast in about 3 minutes.
No matter who you happen to meet, odds are you'll share a love of breakfast at McDonald's. Even if that's the only thing you have in common. Together, we breakfast. Double the sizzle and start off with 2 hot and savory sausage biscuits for just $2. It's biscuit perfection at McDonald's. Your morning starts here.
Here's Brady for Pikeville RV.
I'm 1 year older and I'm a whole lot wiser. 4th grade will do that to you.
So, Brady, what's the best advice for family fun?
Get yourself a camper from Pikeville RV.
Pikeville RV has the region's largest selection of RVs with Forest River's best selection. Get a 2019 30.5-foot bunkhouse travel trailer. It sleeps 8 and it starts at $18,995.
Now this is my path off.
Let's go camping.
The biggest sale on cabinets is happening now during Surplus Products Memorial Day sale. Whether you want unfinished or finished solid wood cabinets, kitchen or bath, we've got it all at the lowest price. For example, this kitchen plan, big box store price $3,600, surplus product sale price $2,236. That's a savings over $1,300. Only during Surplus Products Memorial Day sale. Now till June 1st at either location, off US 23 at Harold or East Point, Kentucky.
Good morning. It is almost 5:47 on this Monday, and Brandon, it's just going to be another hot day. We saw it turn about early mid last week and has just been absolutely to the wall.
Scorcher.
Just good night, Irene.
And listen, it's going to be most of this week too, but toward the end of the week, maybe some relief. Ironically, end of the month too. You'd think it'd be going up because from May into June. But anyway, let's take a look here. Fog is the name of the game this morning on this Memorial Day. You can see up I-64 way toward Moorhead. Some fog filtering in there this morning. So just be careful. Give yourself plenty of time to get out and about. US 119, US 23 at Jenkins. Not too bad this morning, but other parts of the area fogged in. So be careful. That live pinpoint Doppler radar. Again, clean sweeps, no major issues as you head out the door this morning. Here's the issue right here. Less than a mile visibility. Jackson, Hazard, Harlan, Williamsburg, 2.5 miles at Moorhead. So that's basically all of 65 down 64 down 75. So you see London there at 5 miles and Williamsburg at less than a mile there. So again, just be careful. Mountain Parkway probably fogged over this morning. Can't see the Slade camera just yet, but we'll keep you posted on that. Temperatures anywhere between 61 now in Jonesville all the way up to about 68 in Moorhead. That's your range this morning. Travel forecast in place of the bus stop forecast. Schools out today. Fog this morning, cloudy skies for part of the morning, then they'll start to clear as we head into the afternoon. A few pop-up thunderstorms possible. Heat, humidity though, that's the big thing. I know a lot of folks are going to be out at the pool, be out at the lake today. I know a lot of pools usually open around Memorial Day weekend, so if you're going to be out there, if you hear that thunder roar, go indoors, get out of that water. But otherwise, it'll be a nice day to be out the pool, grilling out. Cooling forecast, used to be a warming forecast, but now we see those temperatures rebound quickly as we head toward the end of the week there, especially toward Thursday. But after that, maybe a little bit of a cool down, so don't forget those heat safety tips. I know I keep hitting you with these, but it's very important. Hydration is key. Limit those outdoor activities if you're working outside. Keep that in mind. Getting closer on the rainfall totals after last night's rain there. We usually get to right around 4.3 for this time of the month, almost 4, and we're still a little bit above for the year as a whole. 7-day forecast for the weekend is always a view. Hot days ahead, but after that, so a cool down as we head toward the end of the week. We'll keep you posted on that as we get closer. Will?
All righty, Brandon, thank you. Well, famed sex therapist Dr. Ruth shares her story in a new documentary, and Will Smith's Aladdin flies into the top spot of the Memorial Weekend box office. Nichelle Medina has those stories and more in today's Eye on Entertainment Report.
Unseen footage from Elton John's legendary 1975 Dodger Stadium show has been unveiled to coincide with the release of the Rocket Man biopic soundtrack. The video uploaded on John's YouTube shows the star performing his hits in front of thousands. It even features an onstage appearance by U.S. tennis icon Billie Jean King. Rocket Man lands in the U.S. May 31st.
I thought a princess